Alright guys, the time has finally come. We are not summoning on the LR Androids banner. We have already completed the summons. They're rainbowed. I've had LR Gohan rainbowed for like 2 years now, so that's done. But what we are going to do is we're going to hop into the gold coin shop. Your boy has over 6,000 of these bad boys. Now, I could use a couple to rainbow baby. And that's it. Yeah, I have everything else. Everything else in here is done. It's just baby. But LR Kale and Caulifla. I chose not to chase LR Kale and Caulifla despite the fact that their TUR and SSR are just so utterly ridiculous on their initial banner, because I foresaw this moment right here where I would have this ridiculous amount of yellow coins and I could use them. So now, what are we going to do? We're going to take these 7 Kale and Cauliflas. I'm going to feed them in because I already have a copy of the TUR that has no dupes in them, and I have a copy of the SSR that has 1 dupe in them. I'm going to go ahead and feed all those in. I'm going to rainbow both of them, and then we're going to test them out. We finally have LR Kale and Caulifla, TUR Kale and Caulifla, and SSR Kale and Caulifla all rainbowed. I think I'm going to do a video on who is the best TUR in the game, TUR Kale and Caulifla or Int Janemba. We'll take a look at them both sort of back to back and see which one is better. But for today, I'm going to rainbow both the SSR and the TUR in this video right here, because, like, the units, like, feed off of each other, right? It would be foolish, I think, to split the videos up. So we'll do it right here in one video. Let me rainbow them, and then we'll go ahead and get started here. All right. Yes. Now it is time. Let's go ahead and rainbow the waifus. Of course, TUR Kale and Caulifla. Go ahead and get them rainbowed up. But ho, 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 ho! We're not done yet. SSR Kale and Caulifla. Mwah! Yes! Yes! This is what your boy has been waiting for. So now that we got LR Kale and Caulifla rainbowed, TUR Kale and Caulifla rainbowed, and SSR Kale and Caulifla rainbowed, boy! Let's go ahead and test them out. Let's see how fun this is going to be. Alright guys, so we are here in an event on the Universe 6 team, which, I mean, is very interesting now when we fill it up like this. So, I gotta give a brief summary of what Kale and Caulifla do, just so we can understand exactly what's going on here, right? All 3 forms, LR, TUR, and SSR, they get extra attack based on how many Universe 6, Join Forces, and Pure Saiyans category allies are on the team. Now, a lot of people do think that the LR itself needs to be filled with these units in order to be good, and that's just not true. The unit hits hard enough anyway. Plus, the way their passive works, it kind of like stacks, so that if a unit is on Universe 6, Join Forces, and Pure Saiyans, it's basically, for the LR, let's see, the LR gets a total of 10% each. So the LR gets 30% attack for itself on the team, the TUR on the team, and the SSR on the team. That's exactly why I'm doing both the TUR and the SSR in the same video, because they just get such a monstrous buff from themselves being on the team. But even without stacking up units for Kale and Caulifla, you look at the #1 category right there, Pure Saiyans. Most of the teams that you're going to be using Kale and Caulifla on, you're going to be having Pure Saiyans on there. Peppy Gals, Universal Survival Arc, literally the Pure Saiyan team, Full Power, Join Forces, Universe 6, every single category is filled with Saiyans. So, it's not like it's very difficult to build up their attack power. You don't even have to worry about it. They're going to be able to hit hard enough. Now, the other thing they do, which is just utter stupidity, all 3 of them stack defense. That's not what the utter stupidity is, but the utter stupidity is that they launch a guaranteed additional super attack if they're going up against a Pure Saiyan enemy, and then they also will do another one if they're going up against a Universal Survival Arc enemy. This is why we're fighting the UI Goku boss, because he, of course, becomes both once we get to the proper cards. Right now, this UI Goku technically is not a part of the Universal Survival Saga category, so, you know, the Kale and Cauliflas aren't going to go too crazy there. So, let's see. Okay, 1.1 million. Considering all the attacks they do, their defense, the fact that they build up a chance to dodge with every attack, then build up the fact that they get ki from every attack, it is just stupid. Like, they're so dumb. Like, they're so dumb, they're so strong. I mean, I see that, right? TUR Kale and Caulifla at 1.1 million. and I think about how quickly they will surpass Janemba in defense, which is, I don't know, 2-3 turns maybe. Let me take a look at the TUR. So the TUR, they have 60% defense at the start of turn, and then they get a 5% chance to dodge enemy attacks up to a 50% chance. Janemba has a 30% chance to dodge, I believe. I believe he gets a medium chance. Let me actually double check this while we're going through. I don't want to give false info because I don't want to, like, unfairly big up Kayle and Caulifla and then, like, you know, lower Janemba. Janemba is, you know, he's freaking ridiculous. So let me pull up Janemba real fast while we're going through. I mean, we've already seen the actual LR a million times, so this is more a focus on the TUR and the SSR, right? Alright, so yeah, Janemba has a medium chance of evading enemy attacks, which should be either 30% or 25%. Okay, it's 25% for Janemba. So the TUR can get double the chance to dodge that Janemba can get. Okay, so they did what, 2 super attacks? So what's their chance to dodge? Okay, so, or excuse me, they have 100k defense after 2 super attacks. So what that tells me is the TUR already could be okay in Super Battle Road. Now, for sure, I would say Janemba is probably a better unit than TUR, Kayle, and Caulifla in Super Battle Road. I would say that without a shadow of a doubt, really, because one of Janemba's strengths is that you really could, for turn 1, he's dominating, where a lot of other incredibly powerful units, such as maybe LR Gohan, LR Kayle and Caulifla, LR Gohan and Goten, they all need 1 turn to build up at least, and then by turn 2, they're already ridiculously ready to go. But turn 1, you know, again, LR Kayle and Caulifla, LR Gohan and Goten, and LR Super Saiyan Gohan, the one that transforms into Super Saiyan 2, all 3 of them can take big damage on turn 1 in Super Battle Road. They need at least to get to that second turn, whereas Janemba, turn 1, he's good. Now, we probably could dodge this, but I'm just gonna go ahead and be careful here anyway. Mainly because Janemba friends, they just aren't out there. Or, excuse me, hit friends just are not out there for us to use. Let's actually see what the SSR is capable of doing. We just saw the TUR going to work, right? Let's go ahead and see what the SSR can do here. Because this video is not completely built around how... What is their defense? Starting out 64k, okay. This video is not completely built around TUR, Kayle, and Caulifla. It's both them and the SSR, right? Now, whereas I think Janemba versus TUR, Kayle, and Caulifla is definitely a worthy discussion, I don't think there's any discussion whatsoever for the SSR. I think they are far and away, by far and away, the best SSR in the game. Kayle and Caulifla right here. Now, again, they have all the same basics of the LR and the TUR. It's just all their numbers are a lot lower, right? So then there they are at 1.34. So, oh, okay, because they got Fierce Battle by being linked up with Hit. That's why their attack set went up a little bit right there. Okay, not bad. I do want to get Champa on that same rotation with the 2 of them. Okay, so here's UI Goku. So now is where things get... now is where we get out of the way, basically, is how we say it. And I did decide to bring Tech Caulifla. Yeah, next turn is what we want. I brought Tech Caulifla because, again, so I wanted characters that had Universe 6 join forces and Pure Saiyans. So that's why I chose to go with Hit as our leader, because he at least was Universe 6, whereas Jiren, you know, Jiren is not Universe 6 Pure Saiyan or join forces. And then also that, you know, Caulifla is Pure Saiyan and Universe 6. So I was going to bring her and Kayle, but I decided to actually remove STR Kayle, and I brought Champa instead, because I feel like we'll see a higher attack stat from the TUR and SSR Kayle and Caulifla's if we have Champa on rotation than if not. I do hope that Kayle and Caulifla can finish Goku off right here. I think they can. Yeah, oh, easily. Okay, never mind. How dare I? How dare I even question if they could finish him off? So yeah, if there's a Universal Survival Arc, okay. If there's an enemy that is both Universal Survival Arc and Pure Saiyan on the field, Kayle and Caulifla become twice as good as LR Gohan and Goten. Like, Kayle and Caulifla, I think, are already, like even base level, they're better than Gohan and Goten. But when you get an enemy that activates everything they can do, there's nothing transformed in Vegito looks like a frightened child next to LR, Kayle, and Caulifla. If you're going up against a Universal Survival Arc or Pure Saiyan category enemy, like they tear through there's nothing the enemy can do, because they're getting hit by, you know, 3 guaranteed supers, a guaranteed normal, and then the chances of your hidden potential system activating are very high, because even at the free dupe level for Kayle and Caulifla, they get the additional, right? They get the free additional, so you're gonna be seeing them get that like free additional attack. Okay, so yeah, their defense, okay, 131k. Like, I haven't even really been able to stack either of the girls either. Like, we haven't seen them stack up. This is just like them only with a few attacks, because we're just going through the event so quickly. There's not an event that can really capture how good they are besides the Legendary Goku event. That's the only one. Because, you know, literally the strongest enemy in the game. Okay, so they get to 1.1. That's so good. But, you know, literally the strongest enemy in the game is the thing that activates everything they've got. So I probably will do a separate video, too, taking Rainbow, SSR, and T-War Kayle and Caulifla into the Legendary Goku event. I guess that'll be my next Legendary Goku event video. But, I mean, you guys could just see it. Like, they're on it. Like, this is already going to be double-digit damage, by the way. I mean, I'm surprised, honestly, that they're not dodging this, but this is already going to be double digits. Like, he can't hurt us. Are you kidding me? And so they get up to 1.55. Now, Janemba, I think I've seen Janemba as high as about, like, 3.55 or something like that. Janemba can get pretty high. Like he can get a pretty decent attack stat. But, I mean, obviously, like, already, so through these 3 attacks, they've matched what Janemba can do, but they're still coming. Like, they still have 2 attacks left. So, like, what, in total from all these attack stats, they basically hit, like, a 7 million attack stat? Well, okay, they didn't get a super attack on that last one, but... And now the dodging is kicking in, again, because they've attacked so much that they have, like, up to a 50% chance to dodge. So, there you go. Like, that's exactly... I'm going to be honest. So, I have shied away from using SSR or TUR Kayle and Caulifla with any private server or anything like that, because I really wanted to wait until I rainbowed them myself. And upon seeing them in action, I think I do have them above Janemba. Again, I'm going to do a video on that. That'll be a good video. TUR Kayle and Caulifla versus Janemba. I mean, I would have to... In that video, we'd have to do, like, a Dokkan event against, like, an enemy that's not Pure Saiyan or Universal Traveler. We'd have to do Super Battle Road. I mean, I don't know that I'd need to do Legendary Goku event, because it's just unfair. Like, obviously... Kayle and Caulifla are better in the Universal Traveler Arc event than Janemba, right? Like, that's not even... It's not a discussion. That doesn't need to be proved. But maybe even, like, seeing how TUR Kayle and Caulifla would look in Dokkan Battlefield compared to... what's his name? Janemba. I think that could be good. That would be interesting to see. Then for Easy A's, they would be pretty similar. I mean, I guess... I don't know. They're both so crazy. Like, both of these, I love them so much. Like, in Janemba and TUR Kayle and Caulifla, they're both just so tough. I don't know what they were thinking. Like, building a team like this, and again, like, I very easily could have done this, right? So we could have taken off Champa. I put Champa in there just to get a little bit of a higher attack stat for them, but we very easily could go bam like that. So, like, that would give them more overall attack power when, like, Champa isn't on rotation, right? Because Champa was only Universe 6, but now Kayle gets added and she's Universe 6 and Pure Saiyan. So, like, their numbers just get so crazy. So, let me do, let's take a look at the details for the TUR and SSR real quick, and then we'll go ahead and finish up. Alright, so first we'll look at the TUR Kayle and Caulifla. This is Oath of Growth, Super Saiyan Caulifla, and Super Saiyan Kayle. Now, their leader skill is the Join Forces category, key 3 and 100% of stats, or Super AGL key 3 and 90% of stats. So, I mean, you can easily build a Join Forces team if you've got the LR and the TUR. Now, obviously, that is a very tall order of anyone to have, because I would really recommend the LR. You probably want to put maybe 2 copies into the LR, and then at that point, maybe keep a copy of the TUR. I think that's probably a good way to go about it. There's no other LR I would recommend that, by the way. Only this one. All the others, you rainbow first. Don't worry about keeping the TURs. Most of the LR TURs aren't actually that impressive. You just want to go ahead and rainbow the LR first, then you can worry about the TUR, right? But Kayle and Caulifla's a little bit different. Because of how busted they are and how they function, you know, again, one dupe can unlock a lot of power for them, but they don't need dupes as badly as a lot of other units do. They're very strong, and the TUR just at 55% is still a very, very good card. So you could do that, and then that allows you to run a Joint Forces team in Dokkan Battlefield, which I guess would be pretty interesting, actually. Their super attack is Shake Combat, which stacks defense and does supreme damage to the enemy. Their passive skill, Let's Get Stronger Together, is a scripture here. Attack and defense plus 60%, and they launch a guaranteed additional attack, right? Then they get 1 key up to a maximum of 5, and a 5% chance to dodge enemies' attacks up to a maximum of 50% with each attack performed. So I've talked about it a lot recently, but that's the ability that makes LR Gohan and Goten and LR Kale and Caulifla the best units in the game, is them getting key and like attack. Gohan and Goten also get defense when they do attacks, but like that's what just makes these units just like so dumb, right? Then Kale and Caulifla get 7% attack per Universe 6, Joint Forces, and Pure Saiyan category ally on the team. Again, that does stack, so they get 21% attack from the SSR, TUR, and LR, and then, they'll get like 14% attack from like Tech Caulifla, and they get, get 7% attack from, Tech Hit. That's kind of the way it'll work, right? And then furthermore, they launch a guaranteed additional super attack when there's a Universal Survival Arc enemy or a Pure Saiyan category enemy, and again, all of it stacks. So it's not one super attack if there's Universal Survival Arc or Pure Saiyan enemy, it's one for both. And that really is the distinction that made them just so ridiculous. Like that, it's crazy. Their links are Super Saiyan, Battlefield Diva, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, Prepare for Battle, and Fierce Battle. Pretty good. 12 key multiplier is 145%. Not bad, not bad. I will take that for sure. And then they're on a number of category teams. Now, obviously, one of them is pretty disappointing, but they have done this for a while. So, Kale and Caulifla are not on the Super Saiyan category team, despite just being a Super Saiyan, because they awakened into the LR that goes Super Saiyan 2, right? I really wish that they could just add these categories to the proper units, though. It's just so dumb, especially the way there's restrictions on some characters' passives. The infamous example I can use is Copy Vegeta. Lowers enemy attack if you're going up against a Vegeta family enemy, but the very first enemy in the Super Saiyan 4 Vegeta LR boss fight is not actually a Vegeta family category enemy, even though it's base form Vegeta, because that card awakens into baby Vegeta. It's the stupidest thing in the world. So they really have to fix that. They can, listen, they can put a category on a unit and then take it away when they Dokkan Awaken it. I don't want to hear it. They could do that. So this unit should get the Super Saiyan category. TUR Trunks from the LR Trunks MI should get the Hybrid Saiyan category. Stuff like that. Like, it's just, again, it's utter absurdity. So the categories they are on, Joint Forces, of course. Then they're over here on the Universal Survival Arc team as well. Then they're on Universe 6, which they are badly needed for that team. They're also over here on the Pure Saiyan team. Of course, that's, they're one of the reasons the Pure Saiyan team is the best team in the game. And then finally, they're on Peppy Gals, which, I mean, we know how dumb we know how dumb Peppy Gals have become, right? Okay, so now let's go ahead and take a look at the SSR Kale and Caulifla as well. Whereas TUR Kale and Caulifla, again, maybe you could say Janemba's a little bit better. From what I saw just now, it looks like the TUR is better, but, maybe you want to say Janemba's better, right? The SSR, there's no competition. They're the best SSR in the game. Alright, so this is Female Saiyans of Universe 6, Caulifla and Kale. Their leader skill is Joint Forces category 2 key, 80% of stats, and then Super AGL 2 key and 70% of stats. Again, still pretty useful for Dokkan Battlefield. Their super attack, Union Shooting, it stacks defense and does supreme damage to the enemy. Their passive skill, Let's Fight Together, is 50% attack and defense at the start of turn. Then they get an additional guaranteed attack, which, cannot be super. And then they get 1 key and a 4% chance to dodge enemy attacks, up to a maximum of 4 key and 40% chance to dodge with every attack performed, right? So that's kind of like, like they're scaling down. I believe the LR can get a 66% chance to dodge, TUR gets 50%, and then the SSR gets 40%. But, if you're talking like the Legendary Goku event, they're all rocking like 1 million attack stats with like a 50% chance to dodge. It's ridiculous. So then they get a 6% attack buff per Universe 6, Joint Forces, and Pure Saiyan category ally in the team. I explained it, so the max they can get is 18%. from themselves, the LR and the TUR. You know, Hit is going to give 6%. Tech Caulifla and STRKL are going to give 12%, right? And then, of course, continuing on still, they get the guaranteed additional super attack against the Universal Survival Arc enemy and also against a pure Saiyan category enemy. Just utterly ridiculous. Their links are Saiyan Warrior Race, Battlefield Diva, Warriors of Universe 6, Tournament of Power, and Prepare for Battle. So, of course, the SSR does take a big jump down in links. You know, the TUR has both Super Saiyan and Fierce Battle, which is really, really good. But obviously, you know, the SSR does not have either of those yet. The TUR having Fierce Battle, by the way, is just so good for that unit. Kale and Caulifla, their 12-key multiplier is 140%. That's fine for an SSR, actually. The TUR is at 145%, very good. This one's at 140%. And then finally, they're on the same amount of categories that the TUR is on. Of course, they're on, you know, Joint Forces. Then they're over here on the Universal Survival Arc team, Universe 6, Pure Saiyans, and then finally Peppy Gals. So there we go. LR, Kale, and Caulifla, honestly, I don't know what they were thinking with Kale and Caulifla. I couldn't tell. I really couldn't tell you. I don't know. Because apparently LR Gohan, when he originally was going to be released, he, like, according to Team Dokkan and the French data miners, he was stupidly OP, right? He was like going to be like ridiculous, and they decided to nerf him. And it's like you would only nerf him to preserve balance for the game. But the game is not balanced with Kale and Caulifla, and I'm sorry. And it's not just Kale and Caulifla. I honestly think LR Gohan and Goten are broken on a similar level where they're too good. Like, you can't have LR Kale and Caulifla and LR Gohan and Goten running around in the game and then claim to care about balance. It just doesn't work that way. That's another reason I especially have been so vocal about my disappointment in Gohan and Cell. Because, look at this. Look at this, and then look at Gohan and Cell and tell me it makes any sense whatsoever. Gohan and Cell, as a Dokkan Fest exclusive LR, should be better. But they just didn't, it's weird. It's like they released Kale and Caulifla, like, so early. Like, it's like Kale and Caulifla, in reality, should have been released for, like, you know, like a month after the 5-year anniversary or something like that. Like, that probably, they would have been released at a proper time, right? There's a good chance we'll have a better unit in the game by then, but it's just, it's so crazy. I don't know what they were thinking. So, we'll go ahead and finish up here. Your boy finally has the LR2R and SSR rainbowed. I'm very, very happy about that. Thanks guys for watching, and I'll catch y'all next time.